away.
Michael Page is a living talent that cannot be hidden. Nicknamed Venom, he's become a shining beacon of Bellator, which draws the attention of the MMA world to the league. After competing in a variety of combat sports, the British welterweight has made a name for himself with eccentric style. And, of course, knockouts. Today, we are going to recollect all his highlight blows, responsible for dozens of unexpected concussions.
Oh, huge left, and it's over!
After spending the 2000s as the star of amateur tournaments and amassing quite a collection of titles, Michael became famous, yet not rich. Some see Page as an arrogant upstart in the cage. Others know him as an adherent of semi-contact kickboxing, the type of sport that requires you to sell the judges every touch. Over the bout, Michael floated around the canvas effortlessly.
George swinging with a big...
Every now and then, Venom would sting with his flash right hand, catching the opponent off guard.
And there's the dancing. The crowd. Listen to the MVP chants. Oh, spinning back kick to the... Oh, here's a big shot from Page.
So, when an MMA career appeared on the horizon, he didn't have to think long. In August of 2012, he faced Jefferson George. The cage and gloves came from MMA, but the K1 rules were an interesting idea before moving on to the martial arts. Jefferson, in turn, tried to disagree.
Still got the fancy stuff. Oh, nice.
Though, as early as the second round, the fight played out to be one-sided. Once Page found the rhythm, he began to surprise the audience with spinning moves.
He's acrobatic. Oh, over the top. Kick.
Michael was sure that his opponent wasn't ready to dance this little tango. After a feint to blunt Jefferson's reaction and sharpen his own impudence, Page had Jefferson crucified on the floor.
Oh! I think it's rocked him. Oh!
Over the top.
No, that was...
The cross kept landing on the target.
There's a big shot. What is keeping Jefferson George up?
Until eventually, it brought the storyline to an end.
Walking his man down.
Oh! He's out!
Once Michael stood back up, he started picking his shots with his inherent cynicism.
Showboat.
Rapidly discouraged, Dishman went into a relentless defense.
The tongue is out, the arms are down.
From this point on, it was Page alone who determined the true duration of the performance. After failing a last-chance takedown, Ben was doomed.
His corner, the London shoot fighter screaming at him, telling him to take it seriously, and there's a spinning kick. That is unbelievable.
Wow! He turns, he kicks, he stands.
A high kick with a 360-degree spin sent Dishman into a delayed fall. It took Michael just one opening minute to rocket into the world MMA mainstream.
Screaming at him, telling him to take it seriously, and there's a spinning...
In the context of stylish knockouts, Michael's viral start in MMA is something that cannot be overlooked. Ben Dishman, a debutant, was the one to test Page's elusiveness in the cage. Straight away, Ben attempted to ground the opponent.
Oh, and rushing in is Dishman.
The second try ended in failure as well, with Venom proving to be a better wrestler.
He needs to do to close the...
Knowing that his chances of seeing glory in England were as bad as getting a letter from Hogwarts, the knockout wizard signed with Bellator. In March 2013, he was welcomed onto American soil by Ryan Sanders. The submission specialist with a 4-3 record was set up to check the British grappling in action. Sanders, however, ended up face down on the floor anyway.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Oh, good right hand. He's in big trouble. That is it. A one-punch knockout win for Michael Page.
Following a 10-second bout, Bellator gained its biggest star for years to come.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Oh, good.
Michael Venom.
In May 2014, it was Ricky Rainey who became Page's first formidable opponent in Bellator. With 5 KOs over 9 victories, the so-called sniper not only knew the right way to take hits, but was also totally capable of throwing a few of his own.
By Rainey. Amarat's in trouble. Big shots. There's Jason.
The bell in round number 1.
Still, right at the beginning of the encounter, the gap in skills seemed to be evident.
If
you're Ricky Rainey. You can't afford to follow this guy blindly. He will knock you out. He's got to cut off the...
In his pursuit of venom, the American looked as if he was trying to catch the wind.
Trying to close the distance. Uppercut from Page.
And Rainey seems a little lost.
Even facing away, Michael kept control of the events.
And throwing the counter strike, man.
Page was looking at the referee, Kevin McDonald, not even looking at Rainey. A look-away right hand.
By mid-round already, Rainey's head was picking up all of the Brit's shots from the distance.
Heavily already, I was just tired.
The game grew boring for Page,
Beautiful shot.
Spinning back.
so the overhand came into play.
Away. Big right hand. That's it. Kevin McDonald steps in, and this fight is over. A one-punch knockout win for Michael Page.
In the 5th minute, the real Cage sniper charged a headshot from the right. As for Rainey, in this bout, he's earned the cross-eyed machine gunner nickname at most.
Away. Big right hand. That's it.
In 2017, Page found himself in a difficult situation for the first time. He had long been trying to get a fight with Paul Daly. The prominent compatriot, however, had different plans.
Left hook by Daly. Down.
Spinning elbow cut. Very spreading.
Over his no-bout idling days, Michael grew a passion for professional boxing. The box office success of the McGregor-Mayweather fight only fueled this desire. Upon signing with David Hayes Promotion, Page stepped into the ring in October of 2017. He was opposed by Jonathan Castano with a frustrating 2-11 record. In the first round, Michael easily scored single jabs.
Hasn't showed.
The lightning-fast right was hitting the target too.
Nature of Page. Physically really does bring to mind.
The end of the second round was marked by a number of thunderous combinations.
During his masterclass against Jeff Lacey, Joe Calzaghe suffered that night up in Manchester as Michael Venom Page.
Confused Castano was unable to stand up with Page and paid the price for it.
When he uses the jab. Oh, what a right hand! And down goes Castano.
Turning extra gravity mode on, the Brit grounded the Spaniard with his infamous venomous cross.
And called this one off.
Easy money got Michael back into the ring in the summer of 2018. Polish boxer Michał Siach was an even better candidate for the standing punching bag role.
Right boxing ring. Yeah, very gangly. Awkward scheduled for 4. The opening 3 minutes. What a right hand! And that could well conclude this contest right here in round number 2.
After putting the opponent to rest, Venom decided to make Bellator great again and returned to MMA.
Went down almost the knee.
In 2019, Bellator was determined to expand its horizons and hold a New Year's event in Japan. The arena, full of samurai, had a chance to see such greats as Fedor and Rampage Jackson. Future UFC contender Michael Chandler also made an appearance.
Good, shot. That's a big shot right there.
As for Venom, he was scheduled up against Shinzo Anzai. The Japanese Octagon veteran with a 9-3 record was anything but a deserter.
We go.
Hiding an unshakable will under his beard, Anzai survived some lethal bombs.
Fighters like Paul Daly, Anzai cannot land a shot that can hurt him.
By the end of the round, the samurai's fate seemed to be destined.
Towards the cage, all smart. There he goes down. Big shot.
And yet even armor-piercing knees fired directly at him didn't knock Shinzo out.
Oh, again with the MVP with a little stutter step. Remember what I said about playing? There's a knee again.
But in the end, as the saying goes, there can be only one.
Champion, and he's starting to look like a kid in the school. It's over. It is all over, just like that.
Sometimes a fighter is too tough at his own peril and needs to be rescued. The ref did a great job, and Page left Sakura Land with a whole new crowd of fans. In July 2015, not yet a contender, but already a global phenomenon, Michael confronted Rudy Bears, who'd been known as a complete fighter.
And that's what happens. You get tagged like that and coach. Yes, that's good.
7 fights.
And what Page showed there was more of a performance than a duel.
Sean Burrell had some.
Still, once the hand wave was launched, Venom could no longer be stopped.
Oh, huge left, and it's over, just like that. And the express.
The fiery extravaganza lasted for a good 65 seconds, with a classy single-touch knockout included. In November 2019, Page brought Bellator to London for the third time and became the headliner for the first. He was opposed by Giovanni Melillo, the organization's debutante. The flamboyant Italian, with a 13-4 record and 8 KOs, was pretty well known in Europe. Nevertheless, he didn't get to snatch the big score in London. Utilizing pendulum footwork, Venom didn't even need to pick up his tempo. 2 minutes later, the artistic mayhem ended with a knockout.
Die staat te dansen in de kooi. Oh!
By hitting the Italian so hard that he even fell out of camera frame, Page became the hero of the night in all of London's pubs.
Staat te dansen in de kooi. Oh!
September 2019 could have been a tipping point in Michael's career. Before that, he'd spent 4 months recovering from his first loss to Douglas Lima.
100%.
And yet an infamous low kick and the uppercut from hell didn't seem to have any impact on Venom's frisky nature at all. Having reset the opposition level to 0, the league gave Michael a little-known Richard Kiley. The local Irishman with a 3-1 record claimed to have black belts in kickboxing and kung fu. His street attitude, however, showed at the weigh-in.
Richard Keeley.
In fact, it even drew the ref's attention during the fight.
He's just taunting him.
Ducked under the overhand once, the Irishman fell for the feint and bent again. It turned out Kiley wasn't the iron-willed, titanium-jawed machine he wanted to appear to be. The flying knee and groggy road were celebrated by Michael's caricature dance. In 2016, the winged Briton hosted 2 big-time performances that sent him to stardom. In April, Jeremy Holloway spent 2 minutes tripping in the round cage, until he was finally knocked down for the last time with a follow-up painful submission.
Can't kick from there. He can push him with the foot, but he can't kick him.
And that's it.
A series of crashes led Page to a gorgeous toe hold, but that wasn't how the purebred puncher wanted to enter the list of MMA masterpieces. Already in July, he received Evangelista Santos, nicknamed Cyborg.
Both guys are not hitting this. This is unreal.
Despite the merits of the Brazilian, the Briton started the battle with a real fusillade.
Santos handled the speed of MVP.
Page's endeavor to grab the leg of the BJJ black belt was unsuccessful.
Could be saving him right now.
Cyborg didn't seize the opportunity either, fruitlessly dragging the bout to a break. The beginning of the end was marked by a ramming liver shot.
Time in a 100-yard dash. It's forever beautiful.
And it was Cyborg's attempt to fight back that brought him down for good.
Lose off the liver shot. It can come back. Cyborg
runs into the jump.
The Brazilian, head-on, ran into the counter knee. Later on, Santos went on the mend. Celebrating, Page caught a Pokemon and the sports Oscar for Knockout of the Year.
Liver shot. It can come back.
After leaving kickboxing canvases a decade ago, Michael made his mark in MMA as well. And even though he's 35 now, Page still drives at winning revs. His talent is not just throwing kicks and punches, it's the ability to truly enjoy the process.
Dansen in de kooi. Oh!
If you like this video, punch the like button, subscribe to our channel, and vote for sport.
London shoot by screaming at Antonio seriously.
Distance, Page turning away. Big right. Just a good time, it's Miller time.
Oh, good right.
The jab.